This is the right hand that changed the world.
This is the right hand that shook the world. Right there, baby.
I get right up close to the pillow, Fist.
Yeah. Just check there's nothing in them gloves, will you?
See? I don't feel nothing. But the autopsy has...
Hey, it's the Empire, Boxing Empire, back to boxing. Now, you guys seen the video, my friend. You guys seen the video. Sugar Hill walks up to the Tyson Fury gloves that's painted on the Gypsy King's wall, and he's talking about the gloves. And we all know about the controversy about Tyson Fury's gloves looking real suspect and flippy floppy when he throws them, and the impact it did on Deontay Wilder's head, which was a dent, which doctors say cannot be done in by a fist, right? There's been many power punches in boxing. Mike Tyson, George Foreman, Razor Reddick. I can keep going on and on naming the most vicious, most devastating power punches in boxing history, but no man has dented a man's head until Tyson Fury. And Sugar Hill's over here is like, yeah, man, you know, these gloves look pretty good. I don't know, man, these gloves look pretty good. And, you know, he's over here squeezing the gloves, you know, figuratively on this painting, you know, mocking Deontay Wilder. This is a really big deal, man. They're making light of the situation. They're laughing and ha-ha, hee-heeing over it. And, you know, this rematch, this third fight, it has a big story. You know, it's wild because in boxing, first fight does well, and if, you know, it lives to the expectations, the second fight does well. But, you know, usually by third fight, people are, you know, they're like, I don't know, man, you know, do we really need to see it again? But this fight has so much story behind it. It has so much Hollywood behind it. It's so dramatic. It's so out there that this third fight is most likely going to outsell the first fight and the second fight by far. You know, this is going to be the biggest trilogy fight of this generation in the heavyweight division by far, bar none. Understand that Tyson Fury is the Ring Magazine champion, WBC champion, and he's the lineal champion, and he's undefeated. And Deontay Wilder was tied for Muhammad Ali's record, right? There's been rumors saying that Deontay Wilder's going to come out and say, you know, spill all the beans on Tyson Fury and come out and say stuff. But has he done it yet? No, he hasn't done it yet. But people have talked to Deontay Wilder's team, and they confirmed things that doctors have said that basically are physically impossible with your hands, right? I.e. the dent in Deontay Wilder's head that I said earlier. So we're gonna see how this whole thing plays out, man. Deontay Wilder is the kind of guy who's gonna he's gonna want that revenge for sure, right? When you have a guy, you know, 43 or 44 wins, something like that, almost basically all knockouts, you know, that guy is most likely not going to be a timid kind of guy. He's not going to be a cool-headed kind of guy. He's going to be built differently, right? You know, longest reigning WC champion until he took a L, and he tied Muhammad Ali's record. Right? Really big deal. That's a really big deal. That's not normal at all. That you're there with the greats. You know, you're there with the greats as far as boxing goes. So Deontay Wilder is the kind of guy who's gonna stay quiet, get his revenge, and then we'll see what happens from there. But this is a really big deal, man. I'm really excited to see Sugar Hill mocking Tyson Fury. It shows his remorse on Deontay Wilder, and which is none. He has no remorse. You know, I don't know how Sugar Hill thinks he's gonna come back to the block mocking the Bronze Bomber. I don't know. He might want to stay in the UK. I'm not threatening the guy or anything, but you know, Deontay Wilder is beloved in America. Beloved. He's really the only American right now to represent America as far as the heavyweight division goes right now, because everyone else has a long way to go before they can challenge the elites. Right now, people are talking about Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, and Dillian White. There's been yet to have another American heavyweight to distinguish themselves from everyone else, right? The only one I can really think of right now is maybe like a I can't think of his name, Jesus Christ, maybe a Big Baby Miller, but you know, that guy's like popping dirty every 2 seconds, so he can't pass the test to get up there, you know. So yeah, man, we're gonna see how this whole thing plays out. I mean, there's still a chance for another American heavyweight to really pop out of nowhere to become a star. You got a lot of people who fight in America but don't really represent America, like Adam Kanaki or Andy Ruiz. You know, when he won the heavyweight Mexican champion, they call him the first Mexican heavyweight champion instead of the first Mexican American heavyweight champion. A lot of weird stuff like that. So you got a lot of people fighting in America, but they represent foreign countries. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Anyway, man, let me know how you guys feel about Sugar Hill, man, taunting him. And you hear Tyson Fury in the background, laughing in the background as well. Wild stuff, man. Wild stuff. Let me know how you guys feel about it, though. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire. Geoboxing Empire. Peace.